The best PS5 SSDs can now be up to 8 TB in size, which is quite literally more space than anyone will ever really need. 4 TB is already enough to probably hold down someone's entire PlayStation 4 and 5 game libraries, so 8 TB is likely enough to hold the entire PS Plus extra catalog. Regardless, PS5 SSDs can be super helpful for storing more games, and even giving you slightly faster loading times. Here we are going to review the top 5 best PS5 SSD of our recommendation. Number 1. WD_Black 2 TB SN850X NVMe Internal Gaming SSD. WD took its popular black SN850 SSD and turned it up to 11, but luckily the price isn't nearly so extreme. The black SN850X leveraged an improved controller and newer flash to get the most out of the PCIe 4.0 interface, thus delivering excellent performance with the Sony PlayStation 5. Performance is improved across the board, and the drive comes with a heatsink option at 1 TB and 2 TB. WD also supports the SSD with a respectable 5-year warranty that will let you game with peace of mind. This drive is made for the PlayStation 5, but it is a bit pricier than other options, so you'll want to keep an eye out for sales. It's also super fast for gaming on a PC, particularly with direct storage on the horizon. WD has taken the course of releasing an officially licensed SN850p. Our recommendation. Number 2. Samsung 990p RO Heatsink SSD. We already talked about the Samsung 990 Pro above, but if you want a large and spacious SSD, it's still the top pick. Which isn't to say there aren't some potential alternatives, see below, but we'd rather pay extra for peace of mind. The Samsung 990 Pro 4 TB still provides excellent performance. More importantly, it's available as a single-sided drive with 4 TB. Many 4 TB drives will use both sides of the SSD, which could create issues if you try to stuff them into the PS5. Our recommendation. Number 3. Seagate FireCuda 531 TB solid-state drive. Technically, this was the first SSD confirmed for PS5. The Seagate FireCuda 530 is undoubtedly one of the best PS5 SSDs, and definitely one of the most popular. Touted to have blistering speeds, and confirmed to be a solid performer with or without the heatsink, this is truly a staple of the SSD market just now. The FireCuda 530 has a recognizable black body with some lovely orange branding highlight. Our recommendation. Number 4. Crucial P5 Plus 1 TB PCIe Gen 4 3D M.2 Gaming SSD. Built on Crucial's Micron Advanced 3D NAND tech, the P5 Plus offers, according to Crucial, speeds of up to 6,600 MB per s, which means it easily clears Sony's target speed. It isn't the fastest on this list, but it has recently seen an integrated heatsink model release, which means it's even easier to recommend as a PS5 option. The great news is, whether you go for that newer heatsink model or not, it's super affordable. What you see is what you get with the Crucial P5 Plus. You won't find any flashy design choices or edgy heatsink. This is a plain drive in the looks department, and I think that actually suits why this SSD is so worth considering. Crucial, unlike other storage brands, produces its drives in-house, meaning they don't import controllers or chips in to integrate into their SSDs, they make it all themselves. That means you'll get Micron's triple-level flash memory chips. Our recommendation. Number 5. Samsung 980 Pro SSD. The Samsung 980 Pro is still one of the best PS5 SSDs on the market, especially considering that the heatsink model is now widely available, and frequently discounted, too. While this drive may no longer be the absolute fastest Gen 4.0 unit that you can slot into your Sony system, the all-star sequential rates of up to 7,000 MB per second read cannot be denied. While Gen 4 drives running the likes of the Phison E18 controller are going to offer more consistent,